I was on my feet in an instant. Whatever it was that had looked at me through the attic, I didn't want to stick around to find out. So I ran. I ran as fast as I could out of my room, not daring to look back as I heard the first thud and creak of something descending from the black abyss that is my attic hatch. My mind was reeling. There was something in the attic and it had been watching me. I flew down the staircase and I got to the front door. I was ready to swing it open and get as far away from that house and that thing as possible. But I got curious. I had to know what it was, what that thing was that had been tormenting me ever since I moved into that house. So, against my better judgment, I took a glance back up the stairs towards my bedroom. Needless to say, my heart froze as the figure moved into view. Pulling itself through my bedroom doorframe was a tall, hunched silhouette with several twisted limbs. It looked as if it had once been a young human woman, but it could barely be called that anymore. It had several grotesque arms and legs, all sprouting from different places on its body. They were all different skin tones and shapes, like they didn't all belong to it originally. Some also seemed to have far more joints than normal. It was like they were a combination of limbs as opposed to one single solid piece. Even the hands and feet were the same. Some had extra fingers and toes, so much so they were almost covered by them. And even the way it moved, using several limbs to grab onto the doorframe, and then several more to just lurch through. It was like nothing that have ever existed. And then there was its face. It was a face of a young woman, but it had been changed so much that you can't even call it the face of a young woman anymore. The eyes, yes, the eyes were just cold. They were emotionless. Even its mouth contorted, and it was stretched back into like this horrific and haunting of a grin. As it moved further into the moonlight, I could make out stitches in the joints of the appendages holding them together. Even stitches pulling back the creature's eyes and mouth. Even though this thing was no longer human, there was something familiar about the eyes. Like I had seen them before, somewhere.